Hey everyone, welcome back to another unboxing video. And today we're going to be taking a look at a few action figures from both the Jurassic World and Godzilla franchise. Something I want to point out is that this video was meant to come out around January. However, due to me having somewhat of a busy schedule around then, and also just kind of falling behind on some videos, this obviously going to be released in hopefully April. But for now, yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these figures. We have the Jurassic World, I guess the Super Colossal Indoraptor, as well as the Hammond Collection Carnotaurus. And then we have Hiya Toys Heat Ray Godzilla, as well as, I guess, Burning Godzilla. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at these figures, and we'll be right back. So taking a look at the Hiya Toys Godzilla figures, one thing that has been kind of a common complaint with the Hiya line, not really a big complaint, but one that still pops up is that at least with their Godzillas, it's basically just the same Godzilla mold, so it has all the same detail, articulation, everything. However, what stands out with these is just the fact that the paint jobs. And then obviously with the atomic breath piece, they have the atomic breath accessory, as well as an extra head to put the atomic breath in, as well as an extra neck piece so you can recreate that scene from King of the Monsters where he fires his atomic breath in the air. But other than that, yeah, I mean, they're exactly the same figure. Again, same details, textures, everything. It's just the improved sculpt that they use for the King of the Monsters figure. But it's just unique paint jobs that separate this. And even with the atomic breath version, they had a re-release where they had the translucent dorsal plates, where these are just like painted on, which I actually don't mind. But though, in fairness, I guess a little complaint I have, issue I have personally, is that I feel like just for some reason a lot of these figure lines just don't paint the dorsal plates right. I mean, I understand that, like, obviously, painting it completely blue with some white highlights is more appealing, but in the movies, I don't know, the atomic blue part like seep through the dorsal plates as if it was, as kind of like it was like kind of glowing through cracks or something like that. So again, just a personal issue. It's more of a nitpick. But anyways, like as you can see right here, you can just pop off the neck, put on this kind of sleeve in a way, neck piece where it's just he's supposed to be more like looking upwards, and then you can put on the new head. And I kind of have trouble with it. I don't know if it's just mine. If any of y'all have this figure, let me know if it's just mine. But for some reason, it has a really hard time kind of popping into the ball joint. As you can see, it just kind of keeps falling over. But essentially, what's supposed to happen is that the neck, you put the neck piece on, and then you're just supposed to be able to pop in the head, and then from there on you can put on the atomic breath piece so it can again recreate that scene. As you can see right here, I mean, it's kind of what's supposed to look like. You can also do it if you just want to have him roaring in the air. I tried seeing if this headpiece would work with just the regular bulge, like segmented neck piece. However, again, I don't know if it's just mine or not, but it seems to have a hard time staying on, so it might just only be compatible with this part. But either way, it's still pretty cool and really just really nice overall. And then you'll see right here, here's kind of what it's supposed to look like. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at some pictures. For some size comparisons, here we have the Hiya Godzillas next to NECA's Godzilla, the SH Monster Arts Kiryu, the Hiya Toys Kong figure from Godzilla vs. Kong, and the Marvel Legends Iron Man from Avengers Endgame. Taking a look at the Carnotaurus, this is a really impressive Hammond Collection figure. I know the line has kind of had a lot of hate coming onto it lately, mainly because especially with the smaller figures like the Velociraptors, a lot of people complain about inaccuracies and stuff like that, but I feel like this is one of their best figures that they've done, especially just from the fact that they corrected a lot of the issues that people have. The feet are smaller, The glass eye, I think, looks pretty solid on this one, and the articulation, as you can see, is pretty good. Not the absolute best. There's still kind of some issues that I feel like, there's some limitations to the articulation, but overall, for like, I believe like a $30 figure, I believe it's $30. I could be wrong, but either way, for like that price point, this was honestly really well done, and I think that, again, just the textures and the details and everything, like the scales and stuff, they're very, very high quality, details. Of course, they could always be better. I mean, there's some parts that do look a little, still look like a bit of like a kid's toy in a way. But even then, I mean, the rubber tail is pretty solid. I think just overall, this figure shows that Mattel can really make some solid, high quality action figures. And I mean, hopefully we get more done this way. I'm very much looking forward to the Velociraptor Blue. But yeah, I mean, like I said, just really solid. And for some size comparisons, here we have the Hammond Collection Velociraptor, the Hammond Collection Dilophosaurus, the Gallimimus from Jurassic Park, the Baryonyx from Fallen Kingdom, the Triceratops from Jurassic Park, the T-Rex from the first Jurassic Park movie, and the original Mattel Carnotaurus from Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. And finally, we have the Indoraptor, the Super Colossal Indoraptor, I should say. And right off the bat, this is my first ever Super Colossal, and I gotta say, the detail on it, I mean, it's extremely awesome. Of course, it still has some of the goofy proportions, like the giant feet, but overall, I mean, I'm really impressed with how this thing came out. It's large, it's very large. I mean, I'm kind of having a hard time to kind of put it somewhere because it's just so big, it takes up so much space. But as you can see right here, the articulation, you have like the hinge for the jaws, and it's double hinged so the jaws can really open up wide, though my lower one is kind of loose. There's just simple sort of hinge joints for the arms and legs, so they kind of just swivel back and forth rather than going in and out, which is just perfectly fine. It doesn't need to be too crazy. And then there is kind of like a I don't want to say ball joint, but there's definitely a little more range of motion for the tail. And just overall, like I said, it's just a really awesome figure. And for some final comparisons, here we have the Hiya Toys Godzilla figures, the Hammond Collection Carnotaurus, and the Hammond Collection T-Rex from Jurassic Park. So that about wraps up for this video. I mean, overall, some really solid figures. The Hiya Toys Godzilla figures, they might be been there, done that, but you can't deny, I mean, the detailing and the texture is still really solid. The articulation is pretty good. And I mean, obviously the most appealing factors are the paint jobs. Especially for me, I really prefer the Burning Godzilla. While not entirely accurate, I still think it's pretty spot on, and I think it's just very appealing to look at. It's like one of the cool, for me, it's one of the cool figures to put on my shelf and just kind of look at. The Carnotaurus is definitely contender for one of the best Hammond Collection figures. I still personally prefer the T-Rex. I know a lot of people don't because the crazy proportions, but I still think the Carnotaurus, I still really like that T-Rex figure, and I think the Carnotaurus is, like I said, really just, contender for like one of the, if not the best. And then the Super Colossal is just a really cool figure. It's big, it's large, it has a huge presence if you're able to find space to put it somewhere, and it's just kind of cool to play with. And so, like I said, overall, just some really good figures, and I want to thank y'all for watching this video. If you want to look at my Instagram page, Giovanni Arts Collectibles, I try to post stuff, my art and my progress and whatnot. And so yeah, thank y'all for watching and have a great day.